While the cake is in the oven, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our own icing. It's better than the store-bought stuff because the store-bought stuff is kind of runny and you can't really decorate too well with it. So we're just going to make an icing that has powdered sugar, milk, vanilla, and butter. So usually on the back of the confectioner sugar bag, it has a recipe that you can make for the icing, but you can also Google it, just a nice icing that you can decorate with. Very simple to make. So we're gonna get started. Usually make the icing twice. That's what double means. Just because I like to use extra icing to decorate the cake, to put decorations around the outside or to write happy birthday on it, which I might do today, or I might just decorate, depends on what goes on. But there is a cup of butter in here, and I'm going to double the powdered sugar too. So this holds 4 cups, and then I'm going to do 2 more cups for a total of 6 cups. So I'm going to add that now. All right, I've added all the ingredients, the vanilla, the butter, the milk, and the confectioner sugar. And you can see it's looking pretty good. I want you to notice all of the confectioner sugar that's outside of the bowl. And that is why I have this plastic guard on the bowl, because when you pour the confectioner sugar in, the beaters make it fly all over the place. So when you're adding confectioner sugar, because it's a powder and it can fly away, make sure that your mixer's on low and you have some kind of guard, or add it very slowly, just a little bit at a time, so you don't have the sugar flying all over the place. Cakes are nice and cool now, and now we're going to start putting the icing on. So usually what I do is I put a couple of nice size piles of frosting, and I take a butter knife and I just start spreading it over the surface of the cake and get it all on the edge. And if it goes over a little bit, that's okay, because we're going to cover the sides too. This is going to be a double layer cake. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the other layer, take it off of the cooler. You can see a piece came out, but that's okay, because we're going to take that piece and you can stick it right back in again. These are the bags I use for decorating. They are shaped like triangles, as you can see. And what you do is you cut the tip of the triangle off, and they're bags. So you can put the icing inside. You slide the tip on the inside all the way down after you cut the tip off, so the icing is able to come out the end. But the bag has to be very tight on the metal nozzle, and you have to push the nozzle all the way down so that the cut parts of the tip are exposed. So this one makes rose-shaped flowers. There are different points. This one has a little circle. It's great for writing. There are big circles, and there are also straight lines and other shapes that you use to decorate the cake. These bags are really nice. You can also use if you're only doing basic writing, you can do a Ziploc bag, put the icing inside the Ziploc bag and cut off the very corner. That works too. Put the piece that broke off back in. Now we're going to lay this on top of the other cake. I'm going to do the same thing. I don't get too excited about breaking off pieces because you can see it's going to be under the icing and you won't really see that. So we're going to take some of the icing. We're going to put it on top of the cake. Now you're not going to use all of the icing. I left some icing left over so that we could decorate. So we are going to spread all this icing on top of the cake, and we're also going to spread it very carefully on the sides, just like that. It's completely covered, even the sides. Now with the leftover stuff, we're going to put it in 2 separate bowls. I'm going to break it up into 2 separate bowls. And then I picked my colors. I have some blue and I have some red. But the red will be pink and the blue will be a really light blue. And I'm going to go with the theme of Memorial Day, since my daughter's birthday is near Memorial Day. So I'm going to break it up into 2 bowls right now and add some dye. So what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing the bag and putting little dollops of icing around the outside of the cake. And you can see what it looks like. So you just squeeze the bag. You might have to experiment a little bit to make this work. So I'm going to put these dollops all around the outside and down below also. Top is done. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And all you do is squeeze the bag hard and then release. And it leaves a little dollop of icing like this. It's just hard to do with one hand. I'm going to go all around the outside. Happy birthday, Tara, my daughter's name, on the cake. And you're going to write just like you're writing with a marker, but you need to squeeze the bag so that you can see. When you squeeze the bag, you can see it comes out just like a pen or a marker. So we're just going to do it on the cake. Our cake is finished. So there's a lot of experimentation that you can do. This isn't my neatest handwriting, but it's okay. Practice makes it easier. And squeezing this icing out on a countertop or a plate first helps out when it's time to decorate the cake. So I hope you had a good time learning and try it yourself.